Hey everybody, welcome in. It is so nice to see y'all. Thanks for dropping in on this Tuesday night. Always a hitchhiker chat night on Tuesdays, and we appreciate you being here as always. Mandy, it's good to see you. Boo to you. Boo to you. Dean, we appreciate you. Dean is not feeling well tonight, so he won't be here. But Dean, we hope you feel better soon. We missed your live stream tonight, so we'll see you. We'll see you soon. And Tina McNeil, it's good to see you. It's great to have y'all in the chat, and we're going to talk just a little bit. I don't know, something strange is going on with Streamyard, y'all. At the style. Oh, well, William can fix it when he comes on. See how big this is? See how big that is? We have to reset it. It's like they're having some technical difficulties at StreamYard. It wouldn't be the first time. Can I get a sound check? Can y'all let me know? Can y'all let me know if I sound okay? Alex, welcome in. Brian, so good to see y'all. Thanks for being here. It's so good to have y'all here and to get to talk a little bit and spend some time. William will be in a few minutes. It has been a busy, wow, we have been so busy this weekend. And I mean, more so than usual because we had a couple of our grandsons and we absolutely love that time together. But it's always, all bets are off, y'all, when the grandkids are here. So if I'm off the radar, that's generally why. Is because the grandkids are here. But it's so good to see you. Thanks, Tina, for saying hello to my sisters, Susan and Joy. We appreciate it. Brian, good to see you. How's everybody doing tonight? Have y'all had a pretty good week? Oh, thanks, Jillian. Yeah, I know. He's good. He's good. Has everybody had a pretty good week? We've had a really wonderful week. We have, I don't know, I guess in the past year or so, um, I have made it, I have been more focused, y'all, on making the moments count, if that makes sense, on making, thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. Sounds good. Okay. Thank you so much, Tina. Appreciate y'all. Um, on just concentrating on filtering out all the noise and just concentrating on what's important. And I feel like Jeff and I have both been doing that to a large degree, and it's really been beneficial. It has helped a lot to not get stressed out or really spend a lot of energy thinking about things that in the long run don't really matter a whole lot. Um, but yeah, it's been a good year so far for us. We have really, um, we've made a few changes that we needed to make, just improvements, really, just improvements. And so I hope you guys are having a good year so far too. Um, we're already into March. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Alex, it's great to see you guys. Charlie and Lily, Mrs. Alex, it's so good to see y'all as always. But anyway, I hope y'all have had a good week. I have been trying to work on the channel a little bit and get more into a schedule with the YouTube channel and with some of the things that we have planned. We're still kind of kicking it around, talking about it, maybe changing up some of our format, try to be obviously more um, post more frequently, that kind of thing. It takes, and that gets, you have to really be patient with yourself with YouTube because that is just hard sometimes. Like this weekend, life interferes with the YouTube, with the YouTube, you know, habit, the YouTube hobby. So that okay. Oh, no problem. Thanks, Jillian. Where it was coming. Probably getting set up. But anyway, I hope y'all are doing well. Alex, it's always so good to see y'all. It really means a lot to us. And yes, Jillian, happy anniversary again. 10 years of marriage for you and Jillian. Happy anniversary again. That is just awesome. I'm gonna adjust my screen just a little bit here, guys, and see if I can make it maybe a little bit more steady, um, stable. Yeah. Ha. Well, happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Um, that is great. We're just happy 10-year wedding anniversary. That's just wonderful. And we've enjoyed having you as a member of the family, Jillian. We really have. And just William picked a good one. So we've enjoyed having you as a member of the family. So Tina says it's been weird, 21 degrees to 61 to 31 in 2 days. No, yeah, it sounds like y'all are having Texas weather up there, Tina. So, oh, well, it was good to see y'all today. Jane Ann Travels, welcome in. John and Nancy, it's so good to see you. Yeah. I remember that, Jillian. I remember he was warned. He was warned. He so was. Okay, yeah. Oh, hey, Jonathan. Welcome in, our Canadian friend. We appreciate you for being here. It's always so good to see you, Jonathan. We appreciate you. You're always here. Means a lot to us. Okay, Brian is asking when is the next Walt Disney World trip? Brian, this time next week we will be at Walt Disney World. We leave Sunday. We leave this coming Sunday. So in 5 days, we will be going back to Walt Disney World, and this is a quick trip. It's a trip with friends. I have a couple of thumbnails up already for live streams. One on St. Patrick's Day from Epcot. We'll be at Epcot that day. I hope to live stream the Rick Springfield Garden Rocks concert series is hosting Rick Springfield that night. So I hope to live stream that day. And then the day before, on the 16th, when we land, Jeff is going to take me straight to Animal Kingdom because that happens to be the last day of operation for It's Tough to Be a Bug, which is it's a bug life theme show underneath the Tree of Life. It's going to be its last day. So I'm going to do my best to get a good video of that. It's 3D, so I don't know, how that'll work, but even if it's blurry, because, there's no 3D glasses, over the camera lens, we'll still have a video of it for posterity. So I'm going to do that. I'll be there on Sunday. Hopefully, Jeff and Angela, I don't know if Jeff and Ange, Does Our Dream, are planning to be there. They generally are at Animal Kingdom. I haven't looked. I need to look. And hopefully they'll still be there when I'm there. So we'll see. I will, of course, look them up. If they are, I won't get there though. Most of the time they are finished. They're finished live streaming by 12, and I probably won't be at the parks until 11:30 or 12. Our flight does land kind of early, but anyway, depending on what they're doing that day, I hope to see them while I'm there. Talking about Jeff and Angela on
Oh,
Sunday
cool. Yeah, that'd be great.
at Animal Kingdom. So I'm saying they might be gone by the time by the time I get
Hey,
there.
Tina.
Um, but uh, yeah. John and Nancy, how are y'all doing? And what kind of weather are y'all having? Are y'all snowbirding it right now? It would be great to see y'all if you're doing the snowbird thing down south. It'd be good to see y'all. Let me know. Shoot me a text, John and Nancy, if y'all are going to be around. That'd be awesome. Um, yeah. Oh, I know, Charlie. I know. I hope you get to go soon, hun. I hope you go soon. You will. You will love it. You will love it. Yeah. Yeah. I was just talking a little bit about my week, huh, and kind of what we have planned. We've got we leave Sunday for Walt Disney World. Uh,
Hmm.
the two thumbnails up because we're going with friends, it's a little bit different trip this time, so I don't
Yeah.
know how much I'll get to live stream. I will probably go live on Tuesday night. So next Tuesday night, I'll be live at Magic Kingdom. At least for that. Might be kind of late, but I will probably go into Magic Kingdom to do Hitchhiker Chat that night. I'm thinking, don't hold me to anything, guys, but I'm going to try to. I just don't want to, neglect our traveling companions. So, and then I will be back. I will be back I will be back May 25th to June 1st. So 75 days we'll be back again. And we're looking forward to that. Now that's going to be real interesting, guys, because we are also planning on going to Universal. And we're going to talk about that tonight. It is opening on the 22nd. We will be there. We will be in Orlando the 25th. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. And um, I'm assuming that they will allow you to live stream uh, in the parks, not necessarily on the rides. Have y'all heard anything about that, William?
I'd imagine they'll maintain the same policy.
Mhm,
Yeah, I imagine they'll
mhm,
probably maintain the same policy that they have for their
mhm.
other parks. I would imagine.
Right, right. Um, I'm thinking so, unless, I mean, that could change. You just never know with
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But hopefully, it opens the 22nd, so hopefully we'll have some kind of an answer on
Yeah.
that before we go. But so we'll see. But I don't know what day we'll be there, but
Yeah.
we will actually be in Orlando. We're doing 3 days at Disney, 3 days at Universal, so it's going to be a marathon, not a sprint. And um, I just have to really try to pace myself as much as I can. Um, yeah, Jillian, I'm hoping that they'll still have the same policy, you know. Um, don't know, they don't want you to live stream on rides, although people do it anyway. I
Yeah.
don't because I'm a rule follower and I don't want to abuse the privilege.
I know for the longest
That's
time, a lot
true.
of folks that didn't stream Avatar for those reasons.
Oh,
Uh,
that's true.
Flight of Passage.
Yeah. Yeah, because they ask you not to, but for copyright, I'm sure. And that's is that the only one at Disney that they ask you not to live stream?
As far as I know,
I want to say it is. I
I'd
sure
imagine
it's
they
Disney.
don't want you to live stream, something like Tron either. I mean, they really don't even want you to have your phone
Oh, that's true.
on
Oh,
Tron.
and
They want you to put it
everybody,
in that
yeah.
little compartment, but plenty of people put it in the compartment and they get it out and they'll film.
Well,
We're about to say we've got a short up
we have a
on the
short.
channel.
We do. And Myers and the Mouse, Kelly uses his GoPro.
Yeah,
He straps on his GoPro, and they seem fine with that because it's secure.
yeah.
It's that they're fine with him using his GoPro, and he has really there when it first opened. He just got a lot of excellent live streams of Tron using that GoPro strap to his chest, and then I think they put up individual videos too. But yeah,
Speaking of
definitely.
Tron, the current season and there's a video game called Disney Speedstorm. The current season is Tron in Disney Speedstorm, so it's pretty
Mhm.
cool. They do new maps for each of the different seasons, and there's a couple hard turns on the Tron one of the Tron maps, and so sometimes you can end up in the corner if you if you don't if you don't hit the turn just right. Me and my buddy Daryl like to play Disney Speedstorm.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we will have limited time. I am going to, since that's going to be the day that I get there is that last day of It's Tough to Be a Bug, Alex. I'll have time to do that before they land, so I will have a good bit of time, in Animal Kingdom because they won't get there until later in the day. So I'll have a day there at Animal Kingdom to kind of wander around and do that. Um, Yeah, Brian says I do a helmet cam or sunglasses to vlog on rides that don't allow filming. Well, a lot of it is, Brian. A lot of, as far as Universal, it is copyright. They can hit you for, copyright, and um, but with Tron, I think the reason they don't want you to film on Tron is not necessarily copyright, because Disney owns the copyright. It's a safety thing. They're afraid you'll drop that sucker, and it'll end up in the net below the ride. So that's why they're okay with you doing uh, a GoPro or something like that that's, secure. So um, anyway, um, let's see. Yeah,
Gary,
yeah.
this day in Disney history.
I haven't yet. There wasn't a whole lot of it, actually. Let me go ahead and do this day in Disney history, y'all. We've just, talking a little bit here. Um, 1977, and as I said, there just wasn't a whole lot today, but a little bit. 1977, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. You guys know how we love Pooh Bear. Produced by Walt Disney Productions and distributed by Buena Vista Distribution, is released. It is a compilation. Now, I will have to say, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is maybe my favorite Winnie the Pooh. I love it. It's a compilation consisting of Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day, Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree, and Winnie the Pooh and Tigger Too. The three shorts are linked together with newly created material and an ending to give closure to the stories based on the final chapter of A. Mills' The House at Pooh Corner. So that y'all, I absolutely love that one. Uh, it's just kind of special. It's real nostalgic to me, I guess. In 2010, and this is the only one, the one that I saw that really kind of stuck out at me. The 2010, the Academy Award-winning composers of the music from It's a Small World, Tina McNeil, and The Enchanted Tiki Room, as well as Mary Poppins, Richard M. Sherman and Robert B. Sherman, receive a tribute window on Disneyland's Main Street.
Neat.
So,
Yeah, well deserved, obviously.
oh well, yeah.
Yeah,
Holly. Yeah, what in the world, would
you know,
we
yeah, we've discussed this at length previously, but can you imagine? I mean, that's half the success.
yeah.
I mean, the other
Yeah.
part's visual. That I just he being able to hear those iconic
Mhm,
songs. I
mhm.
mean, it's
Yeah.
really amazing.
Yeah, it just sets the tone,
Hmm.
for
I've
yeah.
seen somebody post the clip of Jack Sparrow coming into the dock. The ship is sinking all
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
to the dock,
Yeah, so
and I've seen someone play that clip. And the caption was something along the lines of imagine seeing this without and not hearing
the
being able to
music.
hear the music that goes with it. It's like,
Yeah.
man, it takes so much away.
Oh, yeah.
So
It
anyway,
does.
so yeah, a
Yeah.
huge shout out to the Sherman Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. Did anybody watch that final verse for Small World? Oh, really?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I heard. So
Mm,
what's funny is I heard about that a long time ago, that he had written another verse for "It's a Small World," and that he had
mhm.
I had and the thing is, it was so hush hush. I thought it was. I kind of assumed it might not have been completely true.
Ah,
Whatever the news and originally came out. So I'm very I haven't heard it yet, but I'm very intrigued to hear it
yeah. Yeah.
because
Uh,
I saw that news line kind of came across, and it kind of came and went, and there wasn't really much said about it.
mhm.
And so yes, I'm very much looking forward to watching it and listening
Oh,
to it.
wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Brian says if you go watch it, bring tissues. So yeah. You were saying that you saw somebody lose a phone. I've seen people lose phones as well, Brian, and they have a gigantic net underneath Tron, uh, to catch loose articles. I've seen a hat in there. I think I've seen more than one hat in there. I've seen some ears. It doesn't happen real often because, I mean, I guess because if you're going to sneak a hat, they will turn you around in a hat. I don't know if these people try to like stuff it in their shirt uh, or what, but yeah, there's a reason they have lockers because of the nature of that ride. But yeah, um, at any rate, that's what I found in the state and Disney history. And Richard Sherman and Winnie the Pooh. What else do you need, really? Now Brian says if you go and watch it, bring the tissues. Okay, now this is okay. Y'all are gonna have to catch me up. We're talking about
It's
watching
a
the
small
final
world. Yeah,
verse.
we're talking about It's a Small World. The Sherman brother that recently passed
Richard.
had written another verse to It's a Small World, and I think he had played it for Bob Iger. And so, but that again, I saw that headline come out
Oh,
it seems like a long
mhm.
time ago. And then it,
Oh,
it, you know, it just kind of came and went. And so now I think
oh,
they put out the video for it. I want to say,
oh, wow. Okay. So you've seen that, Brian? You've seen that video? Wow. No, I'll have to make myself a note, or if somebody wants to remind me in Hitchhiker chat or Hitchhiker Ghost Host chat to watch that. So you haven't seen it, William? You
mm-mm,
said.
nope.
Mm, wow, wow. Yeah, that would definitely be worth watching. So, all right, let me see here. Um, let me get our slideshow up for tonight, and we're going to talk a little bit, guys, um, about the Universal parks, and again with Epic Universe, which is Universal's technically their third amusement park, but they have Volcano Bay, they have a water park, so um, this would be their fourth, if you count all the water parks, if you count the
Yeah,
water park in with it.
yeah.
That is opening. Um, and do I have March 22nd? It's May 22nd, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm in March and I'm thinking about my trip in March. It's opening May the 22nd, and that is getting so close. And I have read tweets. We're gonna look at a couple of tweets of crew members who have had sneak previews
Yeah,
of
team members. Yeah,
this, the team members um, who've had, I thought they called them crew members.
no, it's team members.
Is it team? Okay. I
Hmm.
know at one point that it was crew, like cast and
Yeah,
crew,
yeah, yeah.
movie cast and crew. Um, but yeah, they are saying this is really, really some good stuff. So, um, but before we get to Epic, we're going to talk a little bit about one that William and I are especially interested in because it is opening in Texas. And William, you may have you heard anything else about this, guys? There is a new park
They
opening in
they
Texas,
confirmed the
Universal
lands.
Kids Resort. I'm sorry, what?
I said they confirmed the lands for this resort.
Okay, okay, and I think I have um I think I have a slide on that, but it's called Universal Kids Resort. Now, this one is aimed at families. This one is going to be more aimed, at kids and families with kids. It will have a hotel. We're going to kind of cover all that, but
Hmm.
um, it it's interesting. I think this is a. I really feel like this is a a prototype for them. They're going to give this a go and see how it goes, because it's aimed at families, excuse me, y'all, with younger children between the ages of 3 and 11. And so I think it will be tons of fun, even for adults. I really do,
Can you
because
hear me?
Universal
Yeah.
does, they do a good job with pretty much everything. But it is in Frisco, Texas. There will be SpongeBob SquarePants. The entrance, of course, SpongeBob SquarePants, Trolls, Minions, Shrek, and Puss in Boots, and Jurassic World. Is that what you've heard,
Yes.
William? And it will have a hotel. It
And
will have
what
a
Gabby's Dollhouse too, I think was the other thing that they had
Gabby's
mentioned.
doll. Yes, yes, Gabby's Dollhouse. That's they. So, uh, I'm really excited about this. Is going to be so different,
Yeah.
William. This one is really going to be
32
uh,
acres on the
something that we've
on the
never,
resort.
that we've never seen before. And they released friscotexas.gov released. I did a press release in February of this year and talked about this park that's opening. It's going to feature again DreamWorks, Shrek, Puss in Boots, Trolls, Gabby's Dollhouse, Nickelodeon, SpongeBob SquarePants, and Minions, as well as Jurassic World. So it's going to be an interesting mix there. And I love all of those,
Yeah.
pretty much. So and the thing that's exciting to me, William, is that um, Universal is really doing some good work right now.
Yeah.
I have extremely high expectations for Epic Universe. And I think that since this is a new park with kind of a new emphasis on, children especially, I think they're really going to bring their A game.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the ones they picked. I don't know anything about Gabby's Dollhouse, but all the other ones, are pretty
Right.
significant, IPs.
Yes,
Puss in
they are.
Boots, the most recent movie had a,
Hmm.
a big box office showing.
Did. It's very
And then they've put
successful.
out, I think they're putting out a fifth Shrek or something. So,
Hmm.
um, so yeah, obviously, Shrek has been pretty successful for them. The Minions are huge, obviously,
Oh yeah.
and then
Oh
SpongeBob SquarePants, has been around for quite some time now.
yeah. It has.
It has had significant cultural staying power.
Yeah.
Um, I see memes. Maybe it's just my algorithm, but I see memes and SpongeBob quotes
Mhm.
here and there from random people. So,
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
It's
uh,
it's definitely iconic
yeah,
IP for sure. And
yeah,
we love SpongeBob.
yeah,
But there are certain episodes we love. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy,
uh-huh,
in particular. Those are some of
yeah,
our favorites, series from that uh, particular cartoon. And the Sarah Gibbon, VP and executive producer, Universal Creative, was quoted as saying, "It's an amazing opportunity to bring these iconic stories to life for kids and families to experience, interact with, and play together. At each point, we considered how we could design a place especially for kids where they can explore, imagine, and adventure with their family and friends. They'll be able to do this while being fully immersed in some of their favorite stories, full of curiosity, laughter, and joy." So I thought that was a good sort of statement there, and
yeah.
their probably their mission statement for this park. Ogre-sized fun awaits in DreamWorks. A Shrek swamp-themed playground built personally by Shrek. Kids can stomp, romp, ride, laugh, and play as they celebrate the magic of friendship, warmth of family, and power of love. You have, let's see, discoveries abound as kids learn and come to face with beloved dinosaurs of Jurassic World in uniquely exciting and interactive ways. The new adventure, exclusively created for young explorers, will be exhilarating and awe-inspiring. It's time for the most melodic, most awesome music festival with DreamWorks Trolls, which should be really cute.
Uh,
I'm really excited to see how they bring all of this to life.
yeah.
It's going to be completely new. Um, the merriment continues with DreamWorks Puss in Boots, Kitty Softpaws, and Burrito. A kitty adoption drive is in full swing with fabulous decorations, sideshow games, fun rides, and festive food. For those needing a cat nap, guests can recharge in a sensory garden. So that's new. Um, yeah, it has a lot of a really great premise, I think, and I think they're really going to bring their A game on this one.
Yeah.
Um, it is the first theme park designed specifically for families with young children, and it's part of the company's approach of bringing the Universal brand to life to new audiences in new markets through original concepts. So, um, and you can go to the Frisco City page, actually, and Universal, of course, universal.com or universalresorts.com for more information, because there is a good bit out there uh, about this. It is um, it is in and Frisco is now. How far is Frisco from us? William, do you know?
Uh,
I'd have to look it up. It's obviously northeast of Dallas,
yeah.
and so it's and Texas is such a big place, but um, see how far that is from us. It's gonna be cool to have that, to have that kind of in our backyard. So Cargo, welcome in. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Yeah. Excuse me. It's good to see you, Amy. So good to see you. It will be, right? It'll be good for Wyatt and Wesley.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's, I think it has, it's well, if it's well done. I know that, they had this thing, since we don't live in Frisco, we've just kind of kept up with the news about it. Um, it is, I know that, when they first decided to put it in Frisco, and William and I have always said that Texas would be a good place to put a theme park. Have we not,
Yeah,
William?
we
We've
have.
always wished that they would put in a third Disney park in Texas. We have the location for it. It's in the middle of the country. We have the weather for it. Uh,
Land.
Major airports. We've got tons of space. The whole the full thing. So it is great to see you. It's great to see you, So Cargo. Good to see you. Um, so yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that. Aw, thank you. Thank you. It's good to see you. So we've got that coming up, and it I think it's going to be really really cool. This
It'll be
is
about 2.5, 3 hours or so.
oh, not bad.
Yeah, two and a
Not
half
oh
to
that's
three.
not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's considering Walt Disney World is 15.
Yeah.
Now that is one good thing, William, with your move. You moved closer to Walt Disney World.
Yeah, that is fair.
Oh, but here's like a side by side, y'all, of architect's drawing versus artist rendering. And there is, as you can see, there's a large water that we think that's going to be. They think that's going to be, as people have speculated, that's going to be kind of the centerpiece of the park. So it shows like the full layout with that centerpiece water ride. And so the shape, it says the shape of the article, says the shape of the water ride has actually started to be dug out at the construction site. And so, so it could be, they're speculating that it could be a Minions themed water ride there. And this is, these are, the detailed plans there, and the spaces in green there show possible areas for park expansions. That is not
Sweet.
parking lot. The green areas are
Yeah.
not parking lots.
I've seen a video recently about talking about Epic Universe, and they said, this isn't the end. Like we intend on expanding.
Yeah.
And I've seen,
Yeah.
I've seen like, um, oh, like shots from far away, of the land, and it looks like they could probably add or expand to,
Uh-huh.
into two areas on the land that they're built
Right.
on. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
sounds pretty cool. Um, a bunch of people for a long time have rallied for some sort of Legend of Zelda ride because it's,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Zelda's sold. It's been a very popular
Oh
franchise
yeah.
on the Nintendo
Yeah.
Switch, especially.
Yeah. You
Um,
s- you said Zelda, and my brain immediately started playing the music in
uh-huh,
my head, because
yeah.
I've heard
And
heard y'all
so,
play it.
what is it? Poseidon's Fury. A lot of people have wanted that to, for them to change that into Legend of Zelda, Poseidon's Fury, or
Oh
do
yeah.
some
Oh
work on
yeah.
it. So,
Yeah. Well, that would be
we'll
fun.
see if anything ever comes to
Wow.
fruition on any of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
really, if they really wanted to hit a home run that on this expansions, uh, put in a mini Pokemon land, and then you could
Oh, that's a good idea, William.
that
Yeah.
that would be grand
That's a
slam home run.
it would
Uh,
be, right? It totally would be.
yeah,
I think so too. Yeah.
I mean
So and
that's it's funny
be
because
like the
people talk,
introductory. You got to start them young.
yeah, but
Got to start 'em.
I mean
It
if
would
they
be
put
cool.
Pokemon in, I mean it would attract way more. All the other things they have in the park are neat stuff.
Mhm.
But Pokemon dwarfs any of that stuff. Uh, I
Well,
mean,
it's been around so long,
yeah, I mean
It,
it's had staying power for. I mean, it's almost been
yeah,
30 years since it came out. I think in Japan. I think it was
it has.
1996
Yeah.
originally. So yeah, if they were expand at some point and add Pokemon, it'd be a grand slam.
Absolutely. And, I'm thinking, that as is their custom, that they would probably offer, we're within a driving distance to this. We could easily
Yeah,
do, passes
yeah,
to this. So you can again see in the green sections there, possible expansion area, and then the entry area, and then in the yellow is the theme
I don't
park.
think I ever made my finish making my point there because you got sidetracked. But from what the videos I've seen recently from from Universal, they've talked about how Epic. This isn't the this is. I guess I did kind of make my point. This isn't the end. This is only the beginning. And so
Mhm.
they do have space to expand it, and
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll
yeah.
see. I'm very excited to experience it whenever I eventually do. I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to hearing your experience there
Yeah.
after
And if I
you
get to
are able
live
to do it.
stream, it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
So, but I'll definitely take pictures and video.
Uh-huh.
So it'll be really great to,
Welcome in,
to be.
individually.
Hey, oh, it eventually is welcome in.
Great to
Welcome
see y'all.
in. Yeah, it is great to see y'all. But yeah, it's going to be, it's just that we've said it so many times, William. The competition Universal pushes Disney, and Disney comes back and pushes Universal, and
Yeah.
SeaWorld is forced to get into the mix and add more. The competition among parks is good for us as guests. It
Yeah.
really is. It causes them to bring their A game, and so I'm really hoping that, although Disney, was in the driver's seat for so many years, Universal has stepped up to the plate so much that now I really feel like Universal is pushing Disney.
Yeah. I mean, really, I've heard just incredible reviews about, or read incredible reviews about, what, Monsters Unchained, the
Yes.
dark ride there.
Yes, and I've got that. I've got those. I've got that a slide
Mhm.
on that with that. Yeah, the cast member or the
Yeah.
crew member, said it was just one of the best things that he had experienced, just the best ride in the world. And we'll read that. I've read a lot of good ones about it. This is this that they're going up here in Frisco. These are pictures of the construction here in Frisco, and it's they're getting
Yeah. I
started.
mean, you think about
They're
it,
moving
you
ground.
know, and I'm sure Disney will be watching to see. Yeah, I mean, granted, this is specifically targeted for kids, but
Mhm.
I'm sure Disney will be watching with 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 great interest, as
Oh, well, yeah.
Emperor
Oh, yeah.
Palpatine would say.
Yeah.
um, he's going to watch their career with great interest. Um,
Yes. Yes.
but I'm sure, because of what, there's Hurricane Harbor, there's
Mhm.
NRH2O, which is a
Mhm.
straight water park,
Yeah.
Hurricane Harbor water park, and Six Flags, and that's pretty much it in the DFW
Yeah.
area.
Yeah. 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 It's gonna be great. I mean,
Yeah,
it's gonna be great. For people in our area,
I'm
to
very excited
have access
about
to.
the just the artist rendering of the rooms. I think the
Yeah.
color palette is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything.
This is artist rendering of the hotel.
Yeah,
So, and yeah, it's even gonna have a hotel.
yeah,
So, we now when this happens, William, we have to go and do the hotel and
agreed.
get people. We really, really do, because Jillian, I'm sure, will be able to book this
I
because she
hope they
can book
do. Since it
Universal.
is a kids resort, I hope they do heavy theming on the inside.
Oh yeah, oh
Um,
yeah,
and that,
yeah.
who knows,
Oh, hey,
maybe the different floors will be the different sections, would be pretty cool. Um,
yeah.
Welcome in, Pam. Great to see you.
Good to see you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just talking, and I didn't even have the chat up. So yeah, it's great to see you, Pam. Um, yeah. So and eventually, thanks so much for joining us. Yes, Universal Kids Park looks really interesting. We still don't know much about it. Yeah, they really have a lot. Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
they're already building. I mean, it's amazing how
it's
fast.
what is it, 2027? Is that the date that I've seen floating around?
Oh, I don't know if I got that. Let's see. I don't know if I actually got that. Let's see. In any of
I
the
want to say
notes
that's
that
right, and if that's right, I mean, the
I
boys will
took,
be prime age for this resort.
they absolutely will. They absolutely will. Um, the hotel, they say the hotel is going to be 5 stories, and um, since it's taller than 50 feet, it's or subject to review by the city council. They'll have to get all of that straightened out with a hotel, but they have definitely started construction on it. So,
It,
and I think
it
that,
says scheduled to open May 2026
oh
on
my
on
goodness.
the Wikipedia.
Oh wow, okay, okay. Yeah, the reports that were turned in by the architecture firm that was awarded the contract, uh, the projected cost is 550 million for this one. So,
Lots of articles. So that's what Wikipedia said. They're at the top on the quick Google search, but the
mhm,
Frisco,
mhm.
Texas website says 2026. It doesn't say May. It just says 2026. I
Okay.
mean,
Okay.
well, here we go.
Still, wow, right?
The permit, the construction permits note May of 2026.
Yeah,
Which, I
wow.
mean, really, really, I mean, that's perfect timing, because guess what? Hey, kids, you're out of school. What are we going to do?
Yeah, we're going to Universal.
Oh, we're going to Universal
Universal
Kids Resort. It's brand new.
Hey, William, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be great. I mean, wow, how exciting is that? And y'all, Texas is a big place, so for this to go in on our side of the
Yeah.
state is huge
Yeah.
because this thing could be a 2 days drive away, literally,
Yeah,
because that's
depending on
how,
what
yeah,
part of the state you're in. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
there's folks that live in Oklahoma that could get to it faster than people that live in South
yes,
Texas
yeah, yes,
or West
yes.
Texas for that matter.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's true. So we're really, blessed that it's on our side.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad to, I'm excited about it. Yeah. So
I would
so I
love
guess
for it
that,
to be phenomenally, I would love for it to be incredibly, incredibly successful to where Disney
oh yeah.
Disney thinks maybe we should put a park in Texas.
I know, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
people that would be
No,
most upset about that is California and Florida
yes,
because that's
that's
that's a lot of the dollars that would not be going to those states near as much.
true. Well, but I think the United States, because we have so many overseas visitors to come
Yeah, that's
in,
true.
especially Walt Disney World, because let's face it, y'all, Walt Disney World is the flagship park because it's just so big and it has
Yeah.
so many resorts. I know, and I don't, send me hate mail. I
Oh,
understand that,
we love Disneyland.
we,
Don't get us wrong.
oh my gosh, Disneyland, is Disneyland, and we give it its due. But the great thing is that they are so different. You
Yeah,
know, um, but a third park in Texas, we could absolutely have a third park in Texas, and still have tons of traffic
yeah,
for all three parks. I mean, that's just I'm thinking that's just the case. I've made that up, but I think it's true. So,
yeah.
um, yeah, Universal is, yeah, they do. Well, think about, Heather, think about a Seuss Landing. Oh my gosh, and how beautiful and colorful Seuss Landing at Universal Studios Florida is. It's fantastic. And if
Yeah.
they do that well, now that Seuss Landing is aimed at kids pretty much. It and oh wow, I'm excited about this. I think
Yeah,
this is, we love SpongeBob, William. We've always,
we do.
we love SpongeBob. It's so cute. So
I Wyatt thoroughly enjoys the Minions.
yeah,
I've really, I enjoyed the Minions, but Wyatt has enjoyed them so much.
yeah,
I almost feel like I need to sit down and do a ranking of the movies
right,
because
right,
because
right.
you know I enjoy them a whole lot,
Yeah.
and I love how much Wyatt enjoys them as well, and so
Well,
does Wesley. Well, it's funny when he could say a handful of words, and Minions is one of
it's
them.
one of them.
Minion, Minion.
Well, it's the I'll never forget, when Despicable Me came out. We were like, what in the world
Yeah,
is that? It was not on our radar at all
yeah.
until a friend of yours said, I mean,
Yeah.
for like what, a year? It had been out for a
Oh,
long time.
it'd been
A
out
long
longer than that. My friend, because by the time we watched it, the second one was coming out and it was in
Yeah,
theaters.
yeah.
And my friend
Oh, that's
Jane,
right.
yeah,
That's
my friend
right.
Jane said she was super pumped about the movie. I was like, oh, really? Like, I never watched that.
Yeah.
Like, I said, I just didn't really have much interest to watch it. And she said, all right, I'm bringing it over. We're going to watch it. and
Yes.
she
Yeah.
gave us the DVD to watch. And then,
Yeah.
her and I and a couple of other of the youth group kids had, went to go watch
Uh-huh.
Despicable Me 2 at the movie theater that
Yeah.
summer. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, it had been
And
out for a while before
uh-huh.
we ever watched it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we watched it and we're hooked and really enjoyed it.
We're hooked.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Because it is just so not what you expect.
Hmm.
I mean, Steve Carell, talk about hitting it out of the park.
Yeah.
Hello. And I don't know. I would love to meet the person who came up with the concept for
Hmm.
Brood and the relationship, the whole
The
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 whole
little
story
girl, yeah, his
is
girls.
precious. It's
Yeah.
absolutely and it's hilariously
Yeah.
funny. I think it's a lot of it is, what we refer to as intelligent humor. That I mean, for crying out loud, he has the girls sleeping in bomb
Bomb
casings.
casings. Yeah.
and, and, you know, oh my God. Little Agnes says, well, is this safe? And he says, of course it's safe. Of course it's safe. And then as he closes the door and leaves them in the room in the bomb casings, he says, just be sure and try not to move around too much.
Uh-huh.
it's, it's, it's really fun. It's cute. And then the relationship, of course, that develops, it's absolutely heart. It just melts your heart. It really does. So, um, yeah. Oh, I know it. Right, Jonathan. He's ridiculously good. I love him in Get Smart. I love him and I don't know of anybody who could play, uh, that character. I'm trying to think of his number. What's his agent number? Any better than Steve Carell? 86. Agent 86. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a redemption story. It is, Tina. It's so cute. It's so cute. Okay, we're going to shift gears here and move to Epic. Again, opening May the 27th to the 22nd, which is getting really close, guys. We have, as far as the lands, we have, it's going to have several lands. We've got Super Nintendo World, which I know is that the one you're most excited about, William, you think? Or is it Ministry of Magic?
Mm. Well, uh,
That'd be hard to call, I
the
think.
only reason, the only reason I I say Harry Potter, the only reason I say Harry Potter is because the ride.
Oh
Super
yeah, yeah,
Nintendo World. I think the Donkey Kong coaster looks pretty neat. From what I've seen out there, it seems like a very a solid starter coaster for kids.
yeah.
And then the Mario Kart, kind of sorry, augmented reality ride, and then there's like a very slow people mover esque
Right.
Yoshi ride. So ride wise, I'm not real, I guess, juiced up per se. I'm excited,
Uh-huh.
and I'm
Right.
excited
Right.
to be in the world. I'm excited to. I better believe I'm getting one of
Yeah.
those bands. You better believe I'm going to be
Yeah.
playing the
Yeah.
game and hitting
Yeah.
the blocks and doing all the
Oh
challenges
yeah.
with the bands. I will be doing that.
Yeah.
Um, but I
Absolutely.
think the ride,
Yeah.
the Ministry of Magic ride that they're
Yeah,
going to have.
Jonathan. Yeah.
I'm very much excited about that, big time. As
Yeah.
much as I
Charlie
love
says
Mario,
Harry Potter.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's really what sells me.
Yeah.
And then also too, all this stuff that they're doing with the new new wand technology that they have.
Oh yeah.
They're putting
Yeah.
out.
They
They
are.
recently put out updated wands that are even more interactive than the old ones. So
Do we know how much now they I don't have an interactive one. I have one from, when way back when the
yep,
park first opened. It's a resin
yep,
wand, and so do you. We
yep.
bought you one. Now Wyatt has an interactive. Do we have any idea how much the new and improved interactive ones
Let me take a look real quick.
are? See if we can find a number. I'm
Yeah.
curious. Because the interactive ones are what, $40?
No, more than that. They're I think they're closer to 60 maybe.
Oh, are they?
Uh,
Wow. So are we talking, a Benjamin Franklin for the upgrade?
sure, surely not.
No, maybe 80? I don't know.
Let me look. Looking it up here.
Just kind of curious. Yeah, Charlie says Ministry of Magic. I would think, William, that you're excited for both of those worlds for different reasons. They're so different. It's hard to compare them, but I'm really the one that I'm most excited for is Harry Potter Ministry of Magic.
Hmm.
But I am so intrigued by Dark Universe.
Yeah. Oh,
I
I
I,
am
I,
too.
re- I really am so intrigued by that. And most of the this is fantastic, you know, my head is exploding,
Yeah.
mind blown is from Dark Universe, or from
Yeah.
those reviews are coming mostly from Dark Universe. So,
And that's for what I've heard though is a lot of people have said the reason that ride is getting all the press is because they don't actually have the Harry Potter ride running yet during preview.
okay.
They
So
don't
it's
have it
not
running
open
yet,
for
so that's
no.
why that's why folks have been saying just
Okay.
the I
Ah,
guess maybe it's people on the inside, but there are people
right.
saying just wait. Well, once folks
Oh,
start riding the ministry ride,
oh
just wait.
no. I can't.
So
Uh, well, we know how good Escape from Gringotts is, and
oh,
we know how
and
good
Forbidden Journey is
Forbidden
it's
Journey
incredible. I remember
it
coming
is.
off that ride and just my mind was
Yeah.
blown.
Yeah.
For the first time. I mean, it's everything.
Yes,
I mean, they expose you to every danger you could possibly experience in
they
the
do.
wizarding world
They
on
do.
that ride.
It's incredible. Yeah,
Oh,
it's incredible. It truly is. And then, so I mean, for them, to then do Ministry of Magic and to go through the portal and see this whole new Universal. I don't know how Universal could have done much better with the Harry Potter parks, both
yeah.
of them
I
so
don't
far.
know. Yeah, they'd have been hard
Uh,
pressed to because they're
yeah,
they're they're phenomenal.
they're
Uh,
phenomenal,
I got the
and
number
everybody's
for the
talking about
wands.
it.
So first generation wands, so the interactive ones that they've had out, previous years, were $65 to $75.
Yeah. Hmm.
And so, you know, okay. The second generation, uh, they're selling those at 85, which,
Okay, question.
yes.
Question. By first generation, are you talking about the ones that we have?
No,
No,
so
those were like 30 or
those were
35.
like 30 or 40, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
35,
those
40,
were those
somewhere
were
30, 40
30,
range.
45.
Yeah.
I don't think they were even $40. They were
And
like
that's the thing. I think the first trips that we took, I want to say the interactive ones, they may have only sold like two types of. I think one was Harry's, and there may have been one other one.
oh
Uh,
no, they had a lot of difference. What's William? You may not remember it.
oh,
Uh,
I thought they just had
yeah.
the two. Like I thought they
Oh
had
no.
a lot of the resin ones, like you and I have. But I
Yes.
thought that interactive wise back then there was only like a
It's
couple
funny.
styles you could get
Excuse me.
initially.
You are right. You are right about. Oh, hey, Miss Najuma,
Yeah.
welcome in. Yeah, you are right about that. You are right about that.
Jillian said
And
you will need the newer ones to use in the park, in the new park, obviously. I mean that
okay,
yeah.
no problem. Money,
Yeah. Yeah,
scam
and
on
that's it. Tina
scams.
makes a good point. A $10, 10 maybe $20 increase. If they got more capabilities
Mhm.
and they're more, they
Right,
raise they bump the lamp, if you will. It's still a Disney.
right,
To
right,
if I'm allowed to do that.
right.
If
You're not. That's
but
not allowed.
if they yeah, Jillian says the older ones won't interact in the new park. So
Yeah.
from my understanding is I want to say I think our friends at Resort TV One um, have like I want to say they put out testing the new wines. I need to go look.
Hey,
Um,
we need
that'd be a
to,
fun
yeah,
fun video to
we need to check
even
that one
side by
out.
side comparison would be
Right,
interesting.
if
But
Josh and Jenna, that's Resort TV One on YouTube,
yeah.
guys. Josh and Jenna, longtime friends of ours.
So the
Amazing
second
people.
generation ones do have additional features that explain some of their increased cost. It has haptic
Mhm.
feedback, so like hand vibration.
Oh,
Uh,
nice. I love that. I love that.
Custom lighting for each spell, which also is pretty cool. So that obviously that
Okay.
I think the tip of your wand will light up depending on which spell you're casting. Looking here. Let's see. Okay. I was reading their thoughts there on WDWNT about what they thought
Right.
about the new ones.
And while you're looking at that, I'm going to go through. Let me go through the different lands. You have Celestial Park and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. This will be the Ministry of Magic. We already have Hogwarts and Diagon Alley, and this one will be the Ministry of Magic, which just blows me away. You have Super
Ooh,
Nintendo World, and I love these portals that they have. You can see the entrance portals to each land. I
yeah,
absolutely love
I'm a big
that
fan of those.
that idea. I am so excited to like you've said before, William, to go while it's still in A mode.
Yeah,
Um, so there's Olive Burke. This is How to Train Your Dragon. This one's going to be interesting, guys. I need to watch How to Train Your Dragon again
yeah.
before
I
I go.
haven't seen all the movies. I think I saw
Mhm,
the first two maybe,
mhm.
which I enjoyed them. They're very good.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I think that's the only two that
yeah,
I've watched.
yeah. So likely, you know, this one, if this
Jillian
goes,
said
I think,
Nintendo will be part of the early entry for on property guests.
oh, wow. Ooh, yeah. Wow.
Those incentive.
Neat. Neat. Yeah. Jillian, at some point you may have to come on for just a few minutes and tell us all the things that you know about it. I
Yeah,
know you have taken, had some training on it and are familiar with, quoted it for us. I'm thinking How to Train Your Dragon, William. I'm thinking that if this land goes, that what they're trying to do with this land, they're gonna try extra hard on this one to boost that IP
yeah,
and then maybe make another one.
yeah.
Then maybe,
Well, they're
that would
putting
be
out the live action How to Train Your Dragon movie. Live
yes.
action.
Wow.
In the
That's
same
yeah.
vein
And I didn't know.
as
Yeah.
Disney live action.
Yeah.
um,
Oh. Oh.
hopefully
Okay.
better quality.
Hopefully, but whew, yeah. Yeah. And then Dark Universe, of course, which I'm just wow. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by this one. That one's going to be and they're Universal can be more hardcore
Yeah,
with their like they are with Horror Nights than Disney because they are more geared to adults. They
yeah,
are. So Dark Universe, I think is going to be a good one. This is the hotel. Um, it's and again now Jillian has said that the hotel has not booked up, y'all, yet. I really feel like as we get closer, these parks do have a capacity, you know, per day. So I think as we get closer to opening and people are gonna get, it's like, oh well, I don't know, I want to go, I want to wait. But that pressure kind of builds and the FOMO sets in, fear of missing out. And
uh-huh.
I think they're gonna, yeah, I think they're probably gonna sell out. So uh there are some, um roadblocks maybe to make it a little harder. I think it's a crowd control issue, um, for it, and I think that's why it's not completely booked up yet. But this hotel is absolutely
Yeah, Jillian
incredible.
says the new Stella Nova hotel is amazing looking too. Sign me up for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it is. It is incredible, and it overlooks the park, y'all. I mean, to have one of those, any of those hotel rooms in that picture that overlook the park, it really is beautiful. Um, they do such, and this is an artist concept drawing, but yeah, they do such a nice job with with everything. And it's interesting to me. I read a tweet by somebody, or post on X, that about this, and contrasting the fact that Disney has plans to remove Tom Sawyer Island and River of the Americas. Um, while Universal is really emphasizing the water areas
Yeah.
and the sensory, like we read for Universal Kids Resort, they're actually going to have a sensory area that's like a calming
Yeah.
area. So somebody was saying, it's interesting to me that Disney is ripping out what they have, and Universal is kind of going in a direction where they're going to be emphasizing those areas more. So, just a thought there. What do you think about that one?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, it's amazing. And Universal, guys, has their packages are pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Their
That's
current
what I've
hotel
heard.
packages, yeah, are pretty reasonable. And Jillian can, of course, Jillian can quote those if you're interested in doing that. Um, Here are the rides that we know so far with the height requirements on them. This is
The Stardust Racers. I've seen a lot of buzz about Stardust Racers.
mhm.
Um, I've heard that they've only been running one side, so they don't have the dueling coasters turned on yet for the preview.
Yeah.
But I've
Mhm.
heard that the side that they're running is a great ride. It's
Yeah.
that
Uh-huh.
people have compared it to Velocicoaster, which is their best coaster
Ah. Oh,
by all accounts.
yeah. Wow.
Um,
Oh, really? Wow.
Constellation
Really?
Carousel, no height requirement. Hiccups Wing Gliders, 40 inches. Dragon Racers
Mhm.
Rally, 48 inches. Fire Drill, no
Mhm.
minimum height. Mario
Now, where
Kart
is Fire Drill? Do you know where Fire Drill is? Is
Fire
that going to
Drill
be
is
in
also in
Mario?
the that's also in the How to Train Your Dragon area.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mario
Gotcha.
Kart Bowser's Challenge, 40 inches. Minecart Madness, 40 inches. Yoshi's Adventure, 34 inches. Monsters Unchained, The Frankenstein Experiment, 48 inches. Curse of the
Yeah.
Werewolf, 40. And Harry Potter, The Battle of the Ministry, 40.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh, y'all. Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Sign me up, as Jillian said. I am pumped. I
Yeah.
am pumped for that.
Adventure
Um,
would say, love the idea that Stardust Racers will only light the coasters at night instead of during the day.
yeah.
And light the coasters at night instead of the track. It really enhances the comic look. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Uh, and Jillian says she likes that we're seeing lower heights for some of the rides. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's been one
And
of the criticisms, and these rides, these attractions are, yeah, especially the Mario area, Mario and How to Train Your Dragon, obviously, should have lower height requirements,
oh
since
yeah.
those are, kids that they're areas that kids will be drawn to, obviously.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely. So there are your height requirements on it. And again, I really, I think that Universal has every intention of adding to Epic Universe. I
Yeah,
think that they will continue to add. They'll get the park open, and that they'll,
and I
and
mean
they're good.
that seems to be their plan. I mean they've
Mhm,
said as much.
mhm.
This is not this is not the end. It's only the beginning.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I wonder what they're going to do about Jillian. You may know. Have they said? I guess they're going to run buses between the parks because their Epic is not with the other two.
Yeah.
So
That's what I've
they're going
heard,
to run.
and I've heard that the drive time's pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
let Jillian speak to it. Yeah, Jillian says the
yeah,
monsters area will not be for the weak children, so I could see why the those heights would be taller. Yeah,
yeah,
Jillian says yes, they have to run buses for right now. Um,
yeah.
yeah, it's interesting. I saw someone asking people. I saw one Universal team member asking another over Twitter, saying, "Hey, I scare easily. Can I do the monsters area?" And they said somebody came back and said yes, but go during the day. uh,
Oh,
they said that
oh,
there's no jump cues in the line. They said the ride is very intense.
uh-huh.
Um, I can't remember what they compared it to. They compared it to something else. But they
Yeah.
said the ride is very intense, but if you scare easily, go during the day.
During the day. Wow. Okay. Well, that means okay. I'm gonna have to, I'm just gonna have to put my big girl pants on and go at night. Y'all know I cut my teeth on Stephen King novels, and then I grew up and became wiser, older and wiser, and so I stopped torturing myself with Stephen King. Um, but I also read some Dean Koontz. Dean Koontz is a kinder, gentler Stephen King. If any of you have ever read any Dean Koontz, so this is my chance, y'all, to grow a spine again, because I'm gonna have to go in there. I'm just gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to suck it up and go. So looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Yeah.
I've heard the food is
So
great also.
yeah, yeah.
So
They'll
yeah,
have
here's a
pizza.
screenshot from at Drew Disney Dude, Drew Smith. He did very intensive coverage of Tiana's Bayou Adventure before it opened.
Mhm.
But he says, I can confirm that Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment, is not only the best attraction at Universal Epic Universe, but also one of the best attractions ever created. And no, I'm not exaggerating. Universal
Wow.
Creative delivered an experience unlike any other, telling an incredible story before you board the ride. The pre-show, set in Dr. Victoria Frankenstein's lab, features Frankenstein's monster who walks tall at 9 feet and weighs over 800 pounds.
Wow.
The pre-show
Wow.
is an attraction on its own with multiple jaw-dropping moments. When you
Mm.
board the ride and head deep into the Frankenstein Manor's catacombs, you enter large-scale physical scenes that are some of the most impressive ever created by Universal Creative. Digital
Wow.
media in the attraction enhances the scenes and stories, seamlessly blending with the physical sets and their environments. While I won't
Wow.
disclose any other specifics out of respect for the teams that have worked tirelessly to bring Dr. Victoria Frankenstein's demonstration to life, I wanted to share something exciting about this incredible attraction, which will be unveiled to the world very soon. I intentionally waited to post this until 10:31 p.m. Eastern Time, the night before member previews begin. Now let's have some fun. So
Yeah. Yeah.
pretty.
Pretty,
I've seen
pretty. Yeah.
I've seen some solid tweets about it. And people
Mhm.
kind of asking, kind of general questions about it.
Right. Right. Most definitely. Yeah. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Hey, Mikey, welcome in. Welcome in. Jillian says the bus system will challenge Universal a little bit because they'll have to expand their services. Yeah, they will. Yeah, Jonathan says, wait, there's a gentle horror range. Oh gosh. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tina says, yeah, the Universal does amazing queues. The King
That's
Kong queue is
true.
crazy, better than the ride.
That
That's funny.
yeah, gosh, yeah. That they really have, Tina. Again, I mean, the closer this gets, the more excited I am. And that we're going to be there, you know, uh, a few days after it opens is just wow.
I hope everything's show ready by
I
then. I
do
mean,
too. I do too. And if it's that good, we may have to turn around and go back really, really soon. So that
Charlie
would be
says, Dad says, Alex says, Tower of Terror is probably my limit for scary. Nice.
yeah,
Sure, there's
yeah,
plenty of people in the chat that can relate.
yeah. That's true. That's true. Well, that's going to be a challenge. That's going to be more of a challenge for you to do a Dark Universe than for me, um, because you're you've never been into. I
No,
mean,
I never have.
yeah, it's just a
But
thing.
also too, I don't know that I could do Halloween Horror Nights, but I think I could handle the monsters.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
the classic
Be
monsters.
intriguing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so intriguing. Classic monsters. Yeah. Yeah. And gosh, I mean, think how cool this is probably going to be.
hmm
I just have I have a lot of faith in Universal's creative team. I
yeah,
really do on this one. I think again they're going to really give us something worth seeing here.
yeah.
So
So next week we need to cover next week we need to cover some of the recent videos that they've put out related to the Cars ride, the Cars ATV ride, and they put out some video related to what's it, Infinity Defense, where where you're going to be, and it looks like that ride is essentially going to be very much inspired by, which to me is exciting. And hopefully they just don't, hopefully it's not a ton of screens.
Right.
Right. But it looks like it's going to be heavily inspired by the Spider-Man ride at Universal, which I love. I've loved that ride for a long time.
Me too.
So, it looks like it's going to be a blending of, and kind of like Forbidden Journey. It looks like it's going to be kind of, in that vein where you have a mixture of screens and physical interactive props and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. That Avengers Campus is missing a quote unquote big ride. And that's not a slight against Mission Breakout, which is a lot of fun, but they're missing an e-ticket attraction there at Disney California Adventure at Avengers Campus.
Yeah, I agree. I think they really need it. From what I've heard, and I will also say, because of the Spider-Man ride, and I realize that Spider-Man at Universal is kind of screen heavy, but it's not all screens.
Yeah,
and so
there's enough physical stuff. Yeah, there's enough.
Because think about how good Forbidden Journey is. That is a perfect blend of screens and physical props. And the ride vehicle, I don't even know if that ride vehicle's been duplicated.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it's just amazing. Yeah.
Are you talking about Forbidden Journey?
Forbidden Journey.
That's the one that they're using for Monsters Unchained, except it's I can't remember what they're shaped like. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's caskets
or that ride vehicle. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that gives us an idea.
But the Infinity Defense, that the ride vehicles even look like the Spider-Man ride vehicles.
Oh, neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, obviously they look a little bit different, but they're the same style.
That ride is so classic.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man,
it's funny. I can remember being in like 4th or 5th grade and seeing I seen a magazine in my classroom, and like on one of the back pages of the magazine was it was an ad for the Spider-Man ride at Universal. And I was like, my goodness, that looks amazing. I would love to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's going to be good, y'all. It's going to be good.
I guess we don't have to cover it next week since I already talked about it. Man, a bunch of people on the internet are dunking on Disney for related to the Cars previews that they've done. A bunch of people are very much.
I haven't seen any. Yeah, are they out there?
Oh, people, yeah. So that they released a little bit of footage, and they showed like this little car going along the ride track. It looked incredibly elementary. And I know that there's still early stages of this thing, but it looked incredibly elementary. And so they showed some of the concept, like early like ride vehicle and track type inspiration that they're going for. And I think they went out to like Arizona or something. They sent some Imagineers out there. We'll do more homework on this and talk about it more in depth next week. But people are having a field day saying, "What in the world are you doing, Disney?" Somebody said, if you're looking to go off roading, you don't have to go to Disney to go off roading. Find a friend with a side-by-side or a four-wheeler and go explore the real world around you. So lots of folks very much not impressed by what they've seen so far from this attraction. I will say the car, like the art, the drawings of the concept cars, they look very cute.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that only goes so far.
Well, and the thing there too, William, is they've set the bar pretty high with Radiator Springs Racers.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a cute ride.
it is.
That is a cute ride. So for them to invent something new, they have to compete against themselves because
Yeah,
Radiator Springs Racers is really really cute.
yeah.
It's
They
tons of fun.
talked so much. Think about it too. The tires, the amount of wear and tear on the tires that are going to be on
Yeah,
these vehicles.
yeah,
And this is all stuff Imagineers have to take into consideration
sure,
when
sure.
when they're
Yeah.
have concept of of a
Mhm.
ride.
Yeah.
I can remember Dinosaur and Indy. About the shocks and things like
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah.
Wearing out shocks, wear and tear on
Yeah.
vehicles. The other
Oh,
thing
yeah.
too that people have brought up is where are they going to store stuff? Where are
Yeah.
they going to store the extra vehicles? And people said
Right.
maybe they're going to have like a fake cliff that they drive the extra
Right.
vehicles into, or
Yeah.
um, so I mean,
Yeah.
that's something else that they have to obviously take into
Think
consideration, and
about.
obviously
Yeah.
that's their area of expertise. I simply enjoy the attraction. It's up to them to make it all come together
Exactly.
and
They
figure
do the
out
work.
you
Yeah.
know all the wear and tear that these ride vehicles are going to have, like simulating
Mhm.
sliding, that
Mhm.
sliding motion
Mhm.
with an
Right.
ATV. Yeah, it is going to look weird by Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
Maybe the fake mountains or whatever they have around it will do a
Yeah.
good job covering most of it.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
definitely will change the aesthetic for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. They will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike says, look where they store the cars now. It's in the mountain that you
Mm.
go in. Yeah. And they're gonna need to, and I don't, honestly, in recent years, Disney has not seemed nearly as concerned with line of sight
Yeah.
as they used to be. That was a huge deal for Walt Disney.
Yeah.
He wanted the immersion to be uh complete. It's one of the reasons, kind of played into the reason he created the utilidors for Walt
Yeah.
Disney World, because he wanted cast members to be able to get to their respective areas in the park without walking through, like he didn't want cowboys walking through Tomorrowland,
Uh-huh.
to get to Frontierland and vice versa. He wanted to maintain the magic, if you will, and so line of sight was huge with them, and you can always tell that when designing new attractions, they kept that in mind. They kept those initial, or those first ideas that Walt had as in the forefront. And it doesn't seem like they do that as much anymore. They've kind of gotten away from that. So to see, oh, it is going to be a hard one for me. I'll just, that they've hit me so many times now. Uh, I don't know. I'm not promising anything
Um,
for me to walk into Frontierland and not see Tom Sawyer Island and the Liberty Bell and not hear the horn, and to look over from the Haunted Mansion queue line and see concrete. Uh, well, anyway, we'll
so
see.
there's an Imagineer that I follow on X, named Eddie Soto, and he has mentioned it's pretty cool. He's a pretty neat follow. His name is Eddie Soto. That's EDDIESOTTO. Uh,
Mhm.
and his handle, I think, is boss underscore Angeles, like Los Angeles,
Mhm.
except Boss Angeles, I think.
Mhm.
But he did his own, like he took an aerial picture of Rivers of America, Tom Sawyer Island. Like he
Mhm.
took an aerial picture, and he's a former Imagineer. He was with the WDI for 13 years. He was
Oh, yeah. Pretty
he
good
was
run there.
senior vice president of concept design at one point.
Mhm. Mhm.
But he took an aerial picture and lined out, space wise where everything could be. And he said it's if they were to choose to, He's like, and this is just me. But
Uh,
he said they absolutely, with the amount of space that they have at their disposal, they absolutely could have Villains Land and the Cars Ride and keep what we have today. He's
well,
like,
yeah,
he's like,
sure they
and it's interesting too because I've seen someone,
can.
Jim Scholl will absolutely put his thoughts out there on X. He's former Imagineer. He puts out a
Yeah,
lot of thoughts and a lot of criticisms. As he was very critical of Tiana's Bayou Adventure, uh, but he puts a lot of thoughts out there. But for the most part, most Imagineers, like former Imagineers, are pretty tight-lipped. And somebody said,
that's true. Yeah,
somebody tweeted that former Imagineers in many cases are much like former presidents, and
yes.
they
I
are
don't
not.
want to criticize.
Yeah, they don't want to criticize the current administration, if you will.
Right.
But they've said, a lot of people we've seen be quiet about other stuff are not being quiet about the
Yeah,
plans for Villains
yeah,
Land and for the
yeah,
new Cars attraction. So
yeah. Well, I think it's because they're not just taking a space and putting a new something in it. They're ripping out
yeah,
an opening day. They're ripping out a major piece of that park, y'all.
yeah,
So I think that's what's really uh, you know, you take out the Frontierland Shooting Gallery, you change Splash Mountain to Tiana's, they've hit us several times already on that, and but this is big. I mean, to totally rip out Tom Sawyer Island and take out that oasis is that people are really having a hard time with this one, and
yeah.
they're getting roasted
So it is. I mean,
on
it is interesting. But he
yeah,
said absolutely if they chose to, they have enough space to
of
where
course.
they could add it.
Well, Walt Disney, how big is Walt Disney World? It's how many
No,
square
it's
miles?
huge. Yeah,
It's, I mean, it's why Walt bought so much land.
yeah,
Quote, there's enough land here to hold all the dreams and to hold all the ideas and plans we could possibly imagine.
yeah.
That's what the Florida Project was all about. Um, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Now, I have not seen that video, the Cars video. When did that come out, William?
Pretty recently, like within the last 2 or 3 days, I want to say. Uh,
Mhm.
but
Oh, it
don't
was.
set your expectations very high, because
Uh,
it's definitely
thank you,
very
Tim.
early stages, very elementary. Here's a little car on a track, and we're got the car around the
Yeah.
track.
Well,
I
is it
wouldn't have put the
supposed to
video
be that?
out. I wouldn't
Yeah,
have
I
put the
mean,
video out.
yeah. Well, considering, maybe it's
Yeah,
supposed to look that elementary because it's
yeah,
just conceptual. I don't know.
yeah,
But considering, you know, recent, what they've done so far and some of the blunders that they've made with new stuff,
yeah.
I would think they wouldn't have put that out until they polished it up a little bit or something.
The
So,
eventually say we enjoy the new things at Disney, but miss the overall cohesiveness of the areas. It seems like nothing much goes together anymore, and the connected theming is disappearing from a lot of places. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely, 100% agree.
yes,
Jonathan says
yes.
Bob Gurr stated how he hated the use of space in Batu, but like the mountains built for it there. He said it's just an unfinished story and a ship that's always broken. That's funny.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
Tina says
Yeah.
47 square miles is what Tina says.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Big.
Tina said, I said that a long time ago. They said they didn't have room to put in another attraction in addition to Splash Mountain. Then they retheme it and say, let's build Villains Land.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
so they eventually said, we very true. We talked about that with Galaxy's Edge. It's strange to see the backside of those rocks on sticks driving by Hollywood Studio. Agreed. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They should have planted some more trees out there or something to
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
increase the
absolutely.
coverage. Uh,
Yeah, line of sight, y'all. That was a hill that Walt Disney would die on. I
yeah,
think I could go that far. because he wanted he was very picky
It's all part of
about
the
the
show.
look
It's all
of
part of the
his
show.
cars. It's all part of the show. And what I will say it from, I mean, you'll hear me saying this after I'm gone.
Hmm.
Walt Disney was first and foremost a storyteller.
Yeah.
That's what he was. And that was the joy of everything. It was the underlying piece of everything that he created was
Yeah.
the telling of stories. He was a storyteller, y'all. He was a visionary. He was a builder. He was all those things. But at the heart of everything he did, just look at that underlying thread that
Yeah.
ran through everything the man did. He was a storyteller.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love that about him. So
Jonathan says, look at the first test run of Autopia opening day. The body shells didn't last long, so Bob Gurr invented something that had been improved to what we call fiberglass body parts today. Yeah, I mean, there's so many amazing stories
oh,
of them going
yes.
out and creating, Walt having an idea and then just having to scramble and figure out a way to make it come to
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
and I absolutely love that because Bob Gurr has said in
Yeah.
interviews before, Walt Disney would come in and he would pitch this idea and he
Yeah.
would look at Bob Gurr and say, you can do that, right, Bob? And Bob would say, yeah, I could do that, having
Yeah.
zero idea, but if the boss wants it, you figure it out. And
Yeah.
that's part of the Disney magic. That's part of Walt surrounded himself with such creative people. I mean, look at what we have, y'all. I
Yeah.
mean, Disney, all most of the ride vehicles that are used in parks today have at their core Bob Gurr's designs. Most all of them
Yeah.
have the dune buggies.
Yeah.
Was the first time that he applied that ride vehicle that doesn't stop. You don't have to stop people and load it. It's that constantly
Hmm.
moving ride vehicle, and that's straight out of Bob Gurr's head.
Yeah.
Such talented people, really amazing people,
The
really.
monorail. I mean, my goodness.
Yes, yes. I mean, Autopia, I
Yeah.
mean, he had the idea, for Autopia, and I think that was the specific thing. Well, think about the first steel track roller coaster was the Matterhorn.
Yeah.
It was the very first. Again,
Yeah.
Bob Gurr. Uh, you know, it just incredible stories. I love those stories.
Yeah.
Absolutely love them. And that's all part of the reason that we love Disney because we know all those backstories.
Yeah.
And when you get into the design elements and what it took, because what we see is the finished product,
Yeah.
but that came out of Walt's head, and somebody had to make that happen. Somebody
Yeah.
had to figure out how to make that happen. And the stories of, like I showed last week, when I did a little
Yeah.
salute to Roland Crump in his book, it's kind of a cute story. He talks about a lot of that and how, the Disney legends brought Walt's ideas to fruition. And it wasn't always exactly the vision that he had. And then sometimes it was spot on. And it
Yeah.
was like, wow, you guys really outdid yourselves this time. So yeah, just exciting stuff and
Yeah.
fascinating. So fascinating. Um, but Disney, yeah, Disney, a lot of times he had ideas that weren't possible because he was limited by the technology of his day,
Yeah.
Howard. And so he had to invent the technology to make it happen to do what he wanted. I love that piece. The techie in me, the you know, the computer person in me, I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. So yeah, I can get really excited about technology and how they do things. And I'll never forget. It's funny, because your dad is the same way. The first time he ever went to Pandora, It was really funny. You know, most people are, you know, looking around and what have you, and they look at those floating mountains and they go, "Wow, that's just beautiful." And but your dad, the first thing he said was, "That's a pretty good engineering feat in
Uh-huh.
itself." He was thinking about, okay, how did they make that happen? He was thinking it's really cool, but he
Yeah.
was thinking past that too. That's some pretty amazing engineering right
Yeah.
there because he has that that brain, you know, that engineering. Wow, how did they build that? That's pretty cool. So, and I love that about your dad. But uh, okay, let's see. Latest image has Bob talking. It's a great little piece. Oh yeah, Mike. Yeah, yeah. That technology has far-reaching. I'm telling you, Tina, it absolutely does. And you know, Disney set the bar. Disney set the bar for, you know, for modern day, obviously, theme parks. So you know, for years and years and years. So yeah. Jonathan said it's like Star Wars designing a sound editing program because they were cutting film strips to edit film. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and they invented, and I can't think of, y'all may have to give me an assist on this, the camera that they created to give Snow White that 3D, to give the original Snow White movie that 3D effect. What was that called? Somebody help me out on that. I know one of y'all know the name of that camera. It had like multiple lenses. Um,
Multiplane.
yes, multiplane. There you go,
Yeah.
Mike. Mike Wheeler for the win.
Hmm.
Ding 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 ding. Thank you, Mike. Yes, yes. Um, yeah. The Virtualities knew that too. Alex knew it too. Of course you did.
Hmm.
Oh yes, I chose my friends well. Y'all are my people. Anyway, that's, let's see if there's anything. There is one thing, and maybe I can twist Jillian's arm, guys, to either come on Hitchhiker Chat and talk a little bit as we get closer to the opening of Epic Universe to talk about ticketing and, you know, that kind of thing, or maybe she'll do what's brewing with the bones for
Yeah.
us. She's got a lot of great information, and I feel like that would be, you know, definitely a good thing to share and have on the channel for people who are thinking about this and have no clue, and they're just, you know, they're going to be searching for information. They have so Epic, y'all, has Universal offers a two-park, 2-day base ticket plus 1 day at Epic. And then they offer a two-park, 2-day park-to-park ticket with 1 day at Epic. And then they offer a 3-park, 2 days park to park with 1 day at Epic. So basically what they're doing in order to control crowds is you have to buy a 3-day park ticket. And only one of those days can be Epic Universe. Your choice comes in as to whether you want like 1 day, one park per day ticket, or you want a 2-day park to park. So say you buy that ticket, you buy the 2-park, 2-day park to park tickets with 1 day at Epic. What that amounts to is you would be able to park hop between Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. You'd be able to park hop between those two parks
Hogwarts
for two
Express.
days. Pardon?
They use the
Sorry.
Hogwarts Express
Yes,
to
and
get
use the
between
Hogwarts
parts,
Express
or
or walk
hoof it
around.
out and walk from one side to the other.
Yeah.
I have always
Boo.
felt like they needed some other way to get
They
between the
do.
two parts
They do. Yeah,
and
we
then
discussed
in
that.
an expedient manner.
Yeah, last time we were there, it would be cool for them to do that. Um, and then you could just do the 1 day at Epic with no park hopping, obviously. And then, of course, the last one includes the water park.
Yeah.
So, and it's park to park, you know, with the water park added in there. So those are but you can't just buy a ticket and go into Epic.
Yep.
It's, you know,
At least not
so
right now.
right now. absolutely will
I feel like
be.
there's a good chance that they open that up at some point. Who knows what a one-day ticket to Epic might might be priced at?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
well, yeah,
but
yeah.
we
At
just gotta
least
wait and see.
in the near future. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll but they'll get it figured out. It will be really interesting to see, guys. Um, if the park sells out, if the hotel sells out as we get closer.
I've heard they
Because
still have, they've still got availability. So, I think a lot of people are kind of, as with anything new that opens up, I think a lot of people are waiting to see, okay, give them a chance to work out any sort of kinks they may still have. The other thing too is I think they did it, to a degree, shoot themselves in the foot, by kind of paywalling Epic Universe, if you will,
yeah, that is
to
true.
and requiring you to get those multi-day tickets to
That is
get in.
true. Yeah, that
So
is
I think
true.
that's another thing. Jillian said as much. Where she's had one or two people reach out to her saying, "Hey,
Mhm.
I'd like to go," and they're and whenever they hear, "Oh, I gotta get tickets to the other parks too," they're like, I'm good, I'll wait.
Right. I'll just
So
wait until they
yeah,
change it. And, I really think that their best bet there would have been uh, to do a reservation system
yeah, probably. As much
like
as we
Disney
hate that,
did.
as much as we
You know,
hate the
as
reservation,
much as we hate it, I
yeah,
feel like that would have been a better option
probably
for
so.
them to
But
do
I mean,
that.
the fact that you're selling a certain number of tickets, the way that they're
Yeah.
doing it, that's is just another way they could control it. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. And we'll see. We'll
yeah,
see how it goes. Um, it's just gonna be fun.
yeah,
It's exciting. It's exciting to have a new park.
yeah,
And to see to see some more things coming down
yeah,
the pike. It's
yeah.
really neat to have
Marky,
exciting.
Mikey says you got to thank Disney for coming up with basically the modern day through 3D, 4D theater surround sound, smells, and effects.
Mhm.
That's all. That's back
Yep,
from Fantasia. Yeah,
that's true. And that's been imitated too around the country.
hmm
In different different theaters. Some of IMAX, some IMAX. It's but yeah, there's so much, Mike, that Disney uh, came up with that's just all good stuff. It's just good stuff. Um, Rock and Roller Coaster was the first the first roller coaster that did not use pull chains. It uses magnets for motion. It was the first of its kind as well. So many,
yeah,
so many things. We could go on and on. We could probably do a whole show on that, William.
yeah.
Just the things, and that might not be a bad idea. Just a fun thing to go through.
Innovations
All
from
of the all of the innovations from Disney.
yeah,
We should do that as a
yeah,
show. I'll have to make a note of that. That would be a fun thing to go through
yeah.
because there are a lot of them, folks. And I don't think people understand just how many there are,
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
um, they, um, they had to make it happen. They had to make what Walt had in his head into reality,
yeah.
and they did it. They did it.
Eventually said it will be interesting to see how the opening time goes for Epic with a limit to one per visit per ticket package. It definitely seems like
Mhm.
multi-day park on its own. Yeah, that's my thing is, I I could spend all day, in the Harry Potter section, or I could spend all day in the Super Nintendo world.
Mhm.
The both of those areas are places that I could spend the majority of my day in, and that's hitting a fraction of what's available. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
I 100%. I would like more time to wander around, and you know, I had a really good time at the Minions Land on this past trip, doing walking around the Minions Land and finding the interactive touch points, for my Universal
Mhm.
app, trying
Mhm.
to find all of the digital things that were hidden around the land, and also things that you could get from MinionCon.
Yeah.
Or
Yes. Oh
VillainCon,
yeah.
the VillainCon ride.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Just and again, we're really blessed to have, to have so many talented people, that can, that can see that, that vision, like Bob Gurr, and think, okay, well, how am I going to do this? And just, I mean, think about, that the ride vehicle for Soren was, the guy that designed that, was thinking of his erector set, and essentially used an erector set to design the model for that ride vehicle so that it would, pull people up and everybody could see, the maximum number of people could see the show at once. And it's an amazing ride vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Rock and Roller Coaster is linear motor electromagnetic technology propelled by a linear synchronous motor, which uses magnets to launch a train from 0 to 57 miles an hour in 2.8
Mhm.
seconds.
Mhm. Yeah. Now read that again. What is
Rock
it?
and Roller Coaster uses linear motor electromagnetic technology propelled by a linear synchronous motor, which
Yeah.
uses magnets to launch the train from 0 to 57 miles an hour in 2.8
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah. I had read that before, but the first person that told me about it was your brother, was your Uncle Jerry,
Uncle, yeah.
because he was a master welder on that uh, coaster, and he said the thing while it was under construction that was so interesting about the
Hmm.
propulsion was, the design there wasn't a pull chain. And he explained to me how they used the magnets, and then what they had to do
Yeah.
to be sure that the track, we're talking about Rock and Roller Coaster here, y'all, to be sure that the track, that there were no gaps, or there were no interruptions in the track itself. He said they had a computer
Yeah.
that was about the size of maybe four shoe boxes put together, and it ran along that track like, I don't know, it checked every inch of that track. So it
Wow.
ran every time they make a change, they ran it the entire length of the ride track again.
Mm,
So every time they improved it or changed it or tilted it or any
yeah.
of the things, they ran that computer again to make around, and he said it took a long time because it
Yeah.
was like analyzing every square inch,
Yeah.
of it. It was just fascinating to see them with that kind of technology to check that track like they did,
Yeah.
because it was new technology.
Yeah.
They wanted it to be right. So I found that fascinating, because you
Yeah.
had the
Super cool.
Matterhorn that was the first, steel, coaster, the first steel rail coaster. And then years later, you had Rock and Roller Coaster that was also a brand new
Technology. Yeah.
system.
Pretty sweet.
So very interesting.
Hey,
Very.
Jason. Hello, Stacy. Good to see you.
Hi,
All
Justin.
right.
Good to see you.
Anything else you wanted to cover? You want to open patch real quick?
Yeah, let's open packs. Stacy says she is not interested in Super Mario Land. You're not a Super Mario player, Stacy?
It
Uh,
looks super cute. I'm very excited about it.
yeah. Yeah,
All right.
it does.
So let's see. Yzma or Baymax? So I've got two Azurite seat packs. Yzma or
Okay.
Baymax?
Call it. Call it. Call it. Call it, Captain. What do y'all think? Yeah. Cards. Cards. Charlie, which one do you want? Yzma or Baymax? I love both of those characters. That'd be a
Mm-hmm.
hard call for me. Yzma.
That says
Jonathan says Yzma.
Yzma.
Jonathan
All
says
right,
Yzma.
we'll do Yzma. All right,
I watched, by the way, I
Yzma.
watched yeah, Alex says Yzma too. I
All right.
watched um my brain is
Emperor's New Groove.
Emperor's Groove again a couple of days
Yzma
ago
back.
with the boys,
Mm-hmm.
and loved it all over again.
Yeah,
so
it's super funny.
so great. Yeah.
What we got here?
Oh, okay, Stacy. Yeah. Yeah. It's just nothing about the I can't play the game's 3D graphics. Give her
You just go
motions.
back and play the
Oh,
8-bit version of the games then. Basil, hypnotized mouse. Tinkerbell, fast
Lynn was
flyer.
a problem solver, Stacy.
Aladdin, fearless navigator.
I think we've gotten that one. I think we have. I think I
Yeah.
have been that one.
100 Acre Island, pretty cool.
Oh, look at
That's neat.
that.
Pooh's home.
Ah, yeah.
Mr. Arrow,
Mhm.
Treasure Planet. Jumbo Pop.
Oh, there's Jumbo Pop,
Jumbo Pop.
but it's not. It is not Redwood.
No. Transport Pod.
Redwood.
Pretty cool looking.
Right, right, Charlie. Absolutely. Yeah.
Transport Pods from Big Hero 6.
Mm-hmm.
Had to look up Pleakley from
Completely.
Lilo and Stitch.
It was absolutely
Scientific
hilarious.
expert. Gopher. Yeah,
Yeah,
winning. That's a neat one.
it is.
He's working on the ship there. The ship's carpenter. That's appropriate.
Yeah. I'm glad to
First,
see Gopher in the mix. Yeah.
yeah. First rare card is the Rescue Ranger submarine. Pretty cool.
Okay.
Location card. Next
Yeah.
up, we have a super rare. So finally cracking
Oh,
rare. We have a super rare Mr. Smee, Captain of the Jolly Roger. That's a Floodborn card. So, well, it's one of the Dreamborn and Floodborn are both. They have a little bit more artistic input, creative input on the character. So this if Mr. Smee was the captain of the Jolly Roger, this is what they'd envisioned he'd be like. So pretty neat there. And the last card is a common Kakamora pirate pitcher card, foil. So I did finally get something higher than a rare. It was just a super rare, but of course my foil was only a common. So, but anyway, it's a cool card.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Gopher is not in the book,
Yeah. That's a great reference.
Oh my gosh. I just, y'all, I am such a huge fan of the guy who voiced Gopher, was also did Ernest T for Andy Griffith. And I absolutely love, he did so many cartoon voices. He was such a great voice actor, but I continue to believe that Ernest T from Andy Griffith is one of the best is one of the best characters because he brought him to life so well.
Yeah.
I love him. I love him. I can't think of his name. I usually can pull up his name, but don't have to. Okay. And I have, and these are the last 3 packs that I have from Shimmering Skies. And guys, on the 7th,
so Friday of last week.
Holland, yeah, open, and I was busy. I wasn't able to go over to our local card shop, and so I've got to go do that. Maybe I'll have some. What I'm planning to do is to open some of those packs in the parks and do shorts. So
Charlie says Maui.
Maui, gotcha, Charlie.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Let's see. Jonathan said you got foiled in the end.
Mm-hmm. It's been a rough go as of late.
Yeah, we have. It really has. Golly. And the thing about it is, you think, well, because I have blister packs. Sometimes you don't expect as much out of blister packs, but you're opening hangers. So, so yeah. Okay, I love this one. First right out of the box is Fix It Felix Jr. A common there. Story hero. Yeah, so there we go. And then we have Cogsworth.
That one's fun.
Another common. That is a fun one. Really fun. And then we have Ed.
Ed.
Ed. Oh man. Yeah, Ed was a mess. Radigan. Radigan. He was a meanie.
He's scary looking.
He really is. Yeah. Yeah, that was a scary one. When will my life begin? Ooh, that was terrible. Sorry about that, y'all. Cute. That's a cute one.
It's very cute.
She is my favorite contemporary princess. Medal of
Heroes.
Yeah. That's a neat one. Hey, Charles. And then we have our first uncommon, Taffeta Mutton Fudge.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've gotten that one before, haven't you, William?
Yeah, except I think my art was different. It must have been from a different set.
Uh-huh. Taffeta Mutton Fudge there. And then we have a location card that is also an uncommon.
The library.
The library, which I love. One of my favorite places to be. One of my favorite places to be. Seven Dwarfs Mine. I love this one, y'all. Also an uncommon.
That's great. In the mines.
Neat. That is a fun one. And then we have, I think this is a rare.
Super rare. Scroop.
Super rare Scroop. Who is Scroop?
Also from Treasure Planet.
Okay. Have I ever seen Treasure Planet?
I don't know. I watched it last year, I want to say.
Yeah.
It's solid. It's solid. The dynamic between two of the main characters is very interesting.
Yeah, okay. And I'm blowing it out of the water tonight because there's another super rare.
Ooh, good grief. Yep. You're on fire.
The Queen.
Fairest of all.
That's pretty. That's a pretty card, y'all. That's a pretty card. And then a rare, guys. We got a rare on the foil.
Vanellope Von Sweets. Nice.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a good pack. Two super rares and a foil rare.
Uh-huh.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, and I've never seen those cards either.
Mom wins yet again.
Yeah. So those are nice. Yeah. That's beautiful color in that Vanellope one.
Yeah.
That's really, really just kind of pretty colors. Kind of different there because it's the candy colors. Very girlish. Yeah. Very girl. Yeah, two super rares and a rare foil. Yeah,
that's a good pack. That's a good pack.
Yeah, thanks for the drum roll there, Jonathan. We appreciate that.
Yeah, nice cards. Mom retains her winning streak.
Yeah.
You figure at some point the drought has to end, right? Am I just doomed to open non-rare packs?
Perhaps being in the parks and opening, and I think I'm going to open my very first Arcasia's Island pack in the parks.
Maybe you can get first pack magic or something.
Some good juju going there. I'm gonna try to open some packs and put up some shorts. Now, and just for the record, guys, any of you who are creators out there, I'm assuming that all of y'all know that shorts can now be up to 3 minutes long, or like just under 3 minutes. It still has to be portrait, but instead of being limited to a minute, you get 3 minutes now, and that's free information. I won't charge you a thing for that. But yeah, it's a good pack. Excited. So I'm going to definitely try to do some shorts in the parks and open. I'm going to go to my local card shop and get some of the what is it, Series 7? Arcasia's Island.
There are some really neat arts in Arcasia's Island. The Enchanteds.
Yep.
There's an Aurora they're really beautiful, and the art stretches all over the entire card. There's an
Oh.
Aurora card that's very pretty. Mirabelle Madrigal from Encanto. Bolt, obviously from Bolt. The Glass Slipper has its own enchanted card.
I hope so.
Donald Duck. There's a Sorcerer Donald Duck card. That's an enchanted card in Arcasia's Island. There's a Jafar card that looks really cool also. Trying to scroll through and see the rest of these. There's, hold on, sorry, the page is loading slowly. There's an Evil Queen enchanted, and there's a Tramp enchanted that looks really neat.
Oh, really? Oh,
And
yeah,
there's a Mad Hatter enchanted card. There's an enchanted for Hero Hamada from Big Hero 6.
Oh,
there's
wow.
Enchanted card for Ratigan. And there's an enchanted card called The Return of Hercules that has Hercules and Meg on it, standing in front of the gates.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. I'll have to look at, we'll have to look at, yeah, that would be a good thing to do too, is to show, the enchanted.
There's one for Belle, and there's one for the Devil's Eye Diamond. And then Tamatoa, as happy as a clam.
Oh, that's cute. Tamatoa, I'm glad he made an appearance. That's neat.
And then also, too, there's All Is Found, the song from Frozen 2. Yeah. And then there's a Mickey Mouse Inspirational Warrior card where he looks like a knight. And then there's another one called Restoring Atlantis. So
nice.
Lots of very pretty, very, very pretty rare or enchanted artwork. A lot of people were very critical of Azurite Sea's enchanted artwork, and the artwork for Arcasia's looks solid.
Looks better. And Mikey says he's part of some of the YouTube's beta stuff that they're doing for the beta testing.
Very cool.
So let's just say it's going to be great for creators. That's exciting, Mike. We look forward to some of that. Yeah. Okay, Stacy is. Let's see, where is Stacy's? Yeah.
I added. I put it up on the screen. Yeah. It could very well be. It could very well be payback for waiting so long to open stuff. But
you still question. You may not know this now that you've moved your junk, 3 hours to the east. Do you still have things that are unopened?
Oh, of course. Of course. Are you kidding? So I'm sitting in the closet here. There's three.
Mostly for acoustics, y'all. We strive to bring quality.
Yeah.
Quality.
That's it. Not out of necessity at all.
No.
At some point, I'll get the office cleaned out, but this is make it do for now. At least cleaned out enough to where I could get my desk in there. It could be complete chaos all around me, but if I could just get my desk in there and have my setup again, I'd be in great shape. But I've got this pack of Azurite C, and again, I'm just sitting here in the closet. Looking up here, there's three packs of first chapter hangers. So hangers look like this. And then there's just regular booster packs, and that's what's inside of this. But so there's 3 first chapter hangers, and there's 3 floodboard hangers up there.
Okay.
There's a trove box for Into the Inklands, a half a box of Shimmering Skies, a full box of Shimmering Skies, and then a full booster box of Inklands.
Oh wow! Okay. Yeah. Now some of those boosters though you're not going to open, right?
The booster boxes, I don't know. I'm torn. You gave me half of a Shimmering Skies box, and so
I did.
So I will open those because that makes sense to keep half a box worth of packs. once
And we do have an intact booster. We do have
once the wrap is ripped, what's the point of
right.
keeping it, not opening the packs.
Exactly.
Let's see. Yeah, hopefully the first chapter does have some good packs. Yeah, have a good night, Adventure Release. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for hanging out with us, shared some of your thoughts. Yeah, thanks, Heather and Amy. Yeah, Jonathan says same here. In May we have our Anime North convention. I still have collectible toys not even touched from that convention. Might have Will Beat. It's going to be a year. Haha.
Okay,
trust me, Jonathan. Trust me, you have no idea. There's stuff that I've bought with the intent of opening on this channel. Good heavens, I've got Pokemon cards that I should have opened a long time ago. That I can't bring myself to open it. But there is plenty of stuff as I get settled and as I get it moved into my space again that I fully intend on opening.
Yeah. And we need that content. So chop.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But anyway, thanks everybody for being here. We'll go ahead and start to wrap things up.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, keep an eye out for Mom this next week.
Yes, absolutely.
And the planned streams and then any sort of pop-up streams, make sure you got that notification bell going.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'll be at Epcot. The thumbnails are already up for Animal Kingdom on the 16th. And then I'll be at Epcot on St. Patrick's Day for Rick Springfield and earlier. So looking forward to that. And then that's a short trip, but then I'll be back again. I'll be back again in May for a longer trip. So if I miss some of you guys, my Florida friends, I'm looking at you, Mike Wheeler. This trip, I'll see you in May.
Yeah. One big announcement, a little bit of Disney news before we close. The Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run adventure featuring Mando and Grogu is going to debut May 22nd, 2026. So lots of people, I think, were very excited about it and missed the 6 in 2026. Because I saw people that are like, why? People were like, why in the world would you not have released this on May 5th or May 4th, rather? May the 4th. Why would you not have gone with May the 4th? But
exactly.
I'm not sure timeline wise when the Mandalorian Grogu movie comes out. Obviously, super pumped about it. We're huge fans of the Mandalorian. But maybe that's the timing thing. Maybe that since maybe the Smuggler's Run ride, maybe this animation will kind of feature some of what you end up seeing in the movie. So we'll see.
Ow.
Oh, no.
Ow.
So yeah, very exciting.
I'm glad I've never had that happen before.
And that is the cool thing about Smuggler's Run is that, from time to time they can refresh, which run you're making. So
that's true.
Pretty cool.
No, that's true. Oh, Mikey with a milestone.
Yeah, thanks, Mikey. We appreciate it. A member for 19 months. Big shout out to Mikey. Thank you for the support there, Mikey.
Yeah, Mike, you joined the channel as a member. About maybe the same day we were able to offer memberships, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you. Yeah. And with the hashtag, and you're so right. You are so right.
Is that movie will come out May 2026? Let's see. Mikey said he was the first member.
You were.
So one other piece of Disney news that you have here, Mom, is Mickey Mouse, the Walt Disney Company's longtime mascot, first featured in the classic animated short Steamboat Willie, co-created by Walt Disney and Ub Iwerks in 1928. Mickey Mouse continued to appear in shorts the following year, featuring 12 new animations that established much of the Mickey we recognize today. We get an appearance from Minnie Mouse in When the Cat's Away, Mickey speaking his first words in The Carnival Kid, and the Disney animation beginning in the Silly Symphonies short film series with the Skeleton Dance and Hell's Bells. All of these works, published in 1929, are in the public domain, making them free to use and enjoy, and free of any copyright laws. Enjoy the early days of Mickey and Friends, all publicly available on the Internet Archive today.
Yeah.
So this is the news note you had there.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh,
and that was
Mikey says Rod will come out the same day as the movie. There you go. That's what he was saying.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That makes complete sense. So,
yeah, it does.
Yeah, again, Mom's got a quick trip coming up. Hopefully we'll be able to hit It's Tough to Be a Bug before the day that it is set to its last day of operation, hopefully. And then she'll be there at Epcot and doing some other fun things too. So make sure to ring the bell so you can see Mom go live if and when she's able to go live. They're trying to spend time with friends on, a couple of long time friend on this trip. Let's see here. Thanks to big shout out to Mikey and other channel members. Thanks for your support. Thanks to everybody for watching. We appreciate your support. It's a lot of fun hanging out with everybody. Getting your thoughts on all the Disney news. We're always interested to hear other insights, and it's we're all, obviously, if you're here, you're passionate about the parks or you're passionate about Disney. So it's fun to get some other thoughts and input. Because Mom and I, tend to be pretty like-minded about some things. So it's good to get, it's good to get input from other folks that may have a little different perspective. Have a good night, Alex and Charlie and family.
Absolutely.
But thanks to everybody for being here. If you're watching live, thank you. If you got us on in the background, we appreciate you as well. Shout out to our team replay. Shout out to Lisa, Keith, and Joey of It's Joey's World. We love Lisa, Keith, and Joey. Big fans of theirs. So thanks for your support. And again, if you're part of our team replay, leave a comment. Let us know you're there so we can thank you for supporting us as well. Shout out to our Ghost House moderators. Thank you for keeping the chat family friendly. Thank you to Aunt Joy and Aunt Susan, Mandy Adams, Dean the Turkey Lexter, T. McNeil, Alex Kennett, Charlie Kennett and family, Brian Eisenhart, Jillian Bone, Jaden Travels, Jonathan Chung, Surfer Girl 326, AJC Magic TV, So Cargo, The Adventure Lease, Pam Sam 74, Najuma Brown, Mike Wheeler, Jason Thibodeau, and Stacy Rogers. So if I missed you, I apologize. Do the best I can to keep an eye on the chat. So if I missed you, let me know so we can thank you properly for being here. But
Stacy, by all means, tell Ray we said hello.
Yeah,
good to see you. Yeah, and it's good to have y'all. We've enjoyed tonight. We always do. But y'all, I put a link in the chat there. You can follow that to Mike Wheeler's fundraiser for We Walk Canes, and I have not checked the link to see how much his
progress. I don't know.
Just say, let's just see.
He said $25 away from getting the cane.
Okay. Okay.
Very, very cool.
All right. And
it's awesome that you're doing that.
Mike, also of these are interactive special canes for vision impaired and blind people, and they're just incredible. I watched Mike use his in the parks. Just really a game changer for people who are visually impaired, and just amazing. The technology is just great, and I love it, Mike, that you do that, and that you're able to raise funds. Okay, so 826 so far will give me my new cane plus a cane for somebody else. There you go.
Awesome.
So we're excited about that for you, Mike. And,
that's fantastic.
So if you're interested in, follow that link, guys. If you're interested in donating, even if it's, just a little bit, to a whole lot of people giving a little bit of money, that's actually a lot. So by all means, follow that link if you're interested in doing that. I've seen Mike use that cane and, describe it to other people, and all of the, techie, stuff that it does. Really amazing technology for blind and visually impaired people. So I'm really impressed with it. And um, so yeah, do that. If you just take a look, go to Mike's page, and he's got
Neat.
some more information
Yeah.
there if you want to read a little bit more about it. And Mike says, plus every $20 you donate, get entered for our prize for Amazon gift cards, Disney merch, and whatever else he can think of. And
All
so
right.
that's whatever else Mikey can think of is probably going to be really good, y'all. So yeah. So it's great to see you guys. I can't think
Yeah.
of anything else. I will do my best to talk Jillian into doing a what's
What's
brewing with the
brewing?
bone to
Yeah.
talk about all the new stuff and the new packages, especially Epic, and what try to explain a little more in detail and possibly
Yeah.
more coherently how Universal is selling those tickets for Epic and pricing and all that, or B, as a backup plan to come on for a few minutes to come on Hitchhiker
Yeah.
Chat and talk about that as it gets closer, because that is going to be here before we know it, y'all. This year is just going, yeah,
It is.
it's just going like crazy. So, but we've enjoyed spending some time with you guys. Always appreciate it so much, and just have a lot of fun talking about all this stuff. It's good stuff coming up, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff. So we need stuff to make us smile. So
For sure.
absolutely.
Yeah. Hopefully, I got safe travels. You'll,
Yeah.
well, you'll have a great time too.
Looking forward to it. We really are. It's Dad's going to get to go to Epcot. He absolutely loves Epcot. And so last time he was with us, last time he was with
Welcome
us,
in, Lucy Grace 56.
Mikey, I guess you were, was the the first time that we ever rode Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I think. Lucy Grace, hi. Welcome in. Thanks so
For
much
being here.
for being here. We appreciate you. Anyway, can you think of anything else?
That's
Lucy,
it.
we're just wrapping it up. So
Yeah. Check out liveplace.com if you haven't already. Big shout out to Dean for maintaining that site. Check out Dean's YouTube channels, Dreamers Empire and the Live Place. Check out TubeBuddy if you haven't already. For your YouTube creator looking to grow your channel, check out TubeBuddy. Check out our link below. We both get a credit for a free month if you use our link. Also to Stickermule. If you use our link, I think we both get a $10 credit for a future order. If you want good, low price, high quality items, buttons, pins, magnets, stickers, etc. Then check out Stickermule. Oh, awesome! Update there. So update on Mike's GoFundMe. Stacy looks like may have gotten Mike over the hump there, so Mikey got his cane. So very exciting. So exciting for Mikey. Pam says, "Oh, yay, Mikey!"
Woo-hoo. Good job. That is exciting. That's very exciting.
Awesome.
So, wow, that's good. Yeah, we'll look forward to hearing about that, Mike. You can tell me all about it.
Thanks for your generosity, Stacy, and anyone else who has also given.
That's fantastic. And I haven't donated yet, so I've still got to go over there and donate. So that'll put you a little further down the road for a cane for somebody else, Mike.
Good.
So yeah, yay!
All righty. Yeah, it's very, very, very exciting.
Oh my goodness. And everybody's celebrating.
Yeah.
In the chat. That is awesome.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Again, you guys
glad we could celebrate that with you live.
I will be in the park Sunday. I will be doing a live stream on Sunday from Animal Kingdom. It's probably, I think I scheduled that one maybe for 1 or 2 Central Time, so you can check that. Again, those times and everything, I may have to be a little flexible there because of the nature of this trip with friends. I don't want to neglect friends to be in the parks, which is why I like it when friends can come into the parks with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's going to be fun. I will be live streaming on Sunday. Hopefully, Jeff and Angela does our dream. If they're not still in the parks, in Animal Kingdom, they're there that morning. I'll be able to see them, while I'm there. So I'll check it out and shoot them a text to see where they're going to be. And then again, Epcot the next day. Not sure what comes after that. So stay tuned, ring that bell, give us a sub, and ring that notification bell so you'll know when I go live. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So, and again, Lucy, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty. Anything else, Mom?
I can't think of anything. I think we're good, guys, until Sunday, if we don't see you sooner.
Yeah. All right, everyone. I hope you have a great week. Thanks for being here. We always have a great time. I look forward to Tuesday night every single week. So thank you very much for your encouragement, support. It's a lot of fun hanging out with y'all, talking all things Disney. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you all have a great week. And yeah, I just wrapped up my class, so excited to have a little bit more free time than normal again. So hopefully be able to be productive and get a few things done too. But excited to have wrapped up another class and have a little bit of free time back also. So anyway, hope you all have a great week. Thanks for being here. Lots of fun stuff to look forward to. Remember, at the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there's always room for one more. So please
hurry back. Love you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Appreciate it. And have a great week. We'll see you Sunday.
Thanks, y'all. Have a good one.
Bye.